Hi and welcome to inkrgo.ai. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create crossword puzzle books in no time using inkrgo.ai. These books you can sell on Amazon KDP and actually make profit. So let's get started. First of all, you need to create an account and log into inkrgo Studio. In my case, I already did that. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on Go to Studio. This actually loads and opens the inkrgo Studio. First thing we need to do is to create a new design. So click on Create. And as you can see, inkrgo.ai has support for KDP books, but also you can create custom books as well. Since we're interested in Amazon KDP, I'm just going to select the KDP. And you have already pre-selected templates or configurations. But to show you that inkrgo.ai supports all the KDP options, I'm just going to go ahead and click on custom size. Clicking here will ask you to provide a book title. In this case, I'm going to just use Crossword Puzzle Book. Can provide description if you want, but you can leave it as empty for now. And then we are going to choose the binding type. I'm going to use paperback, and I will also use matte as the default cover finish. And then I'm going to go next and choose the trim size. Since I am going to create a puzzle book, I'm going to choose the 6 by 9 inches trim size. But as you can see, inkrgo.ai actually supports all of the KDP sizes. Again, if you are creating crossword puzzle for the senior people, and you would like to have a larger fonts and prints, then it's better to also choose a different size here. But for now, let's stick to 6 by 9 inches and click on Next. Now the paper type, so I'm going to choose the black and ink white paper because I don't plan to use any other colors inside the book. And when it comes to the page numbers, you can actually enter the number of pages. So let's say I need 120 pages. But for the sake of this demo, let's just use 20 pages. In the real world scenario, when you are creating a book to sell on Amazon KDP, you probably need a book that has 120 pages or something like that. So just for the sake of this demo, to keep things simple, I'm going to create next. Again, you can always add pages later on, so we don't have to have the exact numbers created or set here. Click on Next. This is pretty much a summary of our project, and all these configurations that we chose for Amazon KDP needs to be the same thing we select when we upload the book to Amazon KDP. All right, let's create the project. Now, when you do that, it will automatically open the book in the inkrgo Studio. So as you can see, just a quick overview of the studio. We have our pages here. You can just scroll to the next page. And yeah, you can see also like we have 1 out of 24. You can click here to jump to a specific page if you want. You can also toggle these different views. So now we have one page displayed at a time. And you can always toggle between the pages by clicking on this specific page here in this navigation. As you can see, you can also add a page here. Clicking on this grid view will show you the whole book pages in this grid, where you can also just select multiple pages, and then you can duplicate, delete. I'm going to clear the selection, and then you can also add pages here as well, right? So I just added another page. All right. That's pretty much an overview of the buttons. You can zoom in and zoom out here. You can also download a specific page. You can move the page up and down from this interface as well. You can duplicate it. You can clone the page and so on. All right. In this specific case, we are interested in creating a crossword puzzle book, right? So now we have the interior. And as you can see here at the top, we also have the cover. So if I switch here, it's now going to show me the Amazon KDP cover for my book, which takes care of calculating all the correct margins and so on. And I'm going to show you how we can create covers quite easily using inkrgo.ai. All right, let's go back to our interior page. So you see that we have this red margins here, which you can toggle on and off using this button here, so you can just toggle it off. But I highly recommend that you keep these margins here, because it shows you where is the safe area, so that when you upload your book to Amazon KDP, you're not gonna have to deal with the issues of, okay, content is out of the margin, so I have to upload it again. All right, now on this side here, you can see that we have different tabs, and we are interested in creating puzzles. So I'm just gonna go and choose the puzzle tab here. And as you can see, we have different puzzle types that we can create. Since this video is about crossword puzzles, I'm just gonna go and choose crossword puzzle here, which now gives me this wizard. As you can see, the first thing we need to select is the source. We have two different sources. We have the AI generator and we have the custom words generator, which means we can also upload our own custom word list to create our own unique puzzles. Or we can use AI, and this is what I'm going to use here. I'm just going to select the AI generator and click next. Now, when it comes to AI, we need to provide a theme about the puzzle books that we are creating, what kind of puzzles we want. You can either enter your prompt here specifying your theme, or I can just use this auto suggest here. So for example, space exploration, I can also click on it and it gives me a different different theme. And here I'm just going to choose a number to 10. The reason is this is the number of words in each puzzle, and based on the content, if we have like a lot of words, then we will not have enough space to write the hints. So always make sure that, okay, you choose a correct number here, like a reasonable number based on the book size that you chose. I think 10 is what's mostly sold on Amazon KDP, so I'm going to choose 10 here. You can also choose the language of the puzzle. I'm going to keep it to English for now. And then this is the title template. That is, every puzzle will start with this title called crossword and then number, which is 1. And this is the start of the counter, which means our puzzles will be titled like crossword puzzle 1, puzzle 2, puzzle 3, puzzle 4, and so on. So I'm going to leave it as crossword, but if you are using a different language, or if you would like to have a different title, you can always change this one. Then I'm going to click on next. Now we are asked to choose the pages for the puzzles. So for every page, it will contain one single puzzle. Let's say I would like to create, for example, 12 puzzles. So I'm just going to choose 12 pages. I click on the first page and then shift and click on the last one. So now I selected like 12 pages, which means I'm going to create 12 puzzles. Now we are going to choose where to place the solutions for these puzzles. Unlike the puzzles themselves, the solutions, we have now the possibility to choose how many puzzles will be on each page. Usually you can have 1 per page, 2, 4, or 6. I'm going to choose 6 because when you do 6 pages per page, we are actually reducing the number of pages that the book needs, right? And by reducing the number of pages, that will reduce the cost of prints, which will then increase our margins. That's why I would highly recommend that you choose like multiple puzzle solutions in a single page instead of defaulting to one, because that's good for your earnings as well. So I'm going to leave, like, let's say this page empty and this one also empty, and then my solutions will be placed on page 15 and 16. Because I have 12 and for every solution page I will have 6, and I just need 2 pages for my solutions. And then I click generate. As you can see, it also shows how many credits you're going to consume by generating now 12 puzzle books, 12 crossword puzzles. I'm going to click on generate. Now the AI is going to generate the puzzles for us, and we just have to wait. It can take some time depending on how many puzzles we are creating and also how busy are the systems. As you can see, the first puzzle has been generated and our first page has been populated. I recommend that you don't do any edit or any changes while the generation is in progress. Just wait for everything to complete. Then I'm going to show you how you can edit and customize your pages even further to have unique designs and so on. All right, now the AI has completed the generation of all our puzzles. So if I scroll to the second page, you can see that, okay, I have my crossword 2, then crossword 3. And in fact, if I go to this view, I can show all of them, right? So we can see that we have generated our 12 puzzles. And then we have this one left blank, and this is blank. And then we have our solutions. As you can see, we chose to have 6 puzzle solutions per page. And that's exactly what we got here. Now, what can you do is actually you can customize this to look the way you want it. For example, I can just go here and then choose like draw black cells. So it actually draws the black cells. And then I can also choose a line color to a different color. So maybe this one. So you can see now I have a different look for my puzzles. I can also go further and actually, instead of me going and repeating all of these for all the pages, I can just right click on this one and say apply to similar. And here what will do, it will actually look for all the pages on the book for crossword puzzles and then change their style to look something similar to this one. So I'm going to click on apply, and as you can see, now all of my puzzles have the same layout and styles, right? So you can experiment with the different options you have and how to customize these puzzles as well. All right, now that we have our interior created, what we can do as well is actually create the cover. So we switch to this cover tab here, and as you can see, we have our cover template. If you are not familiar with Amazon KDP, this side here is basically the front of the book, and this is like the back of the book, like when it comes to the cover. And we have all the margins in place. So the red is actually the trim area. So anything that goes after that will be cut off. And then we also have this orange, which is the safe area. This turquoise color here, or green kind of color, is pretty much the spine of the book. And we also have this square here, which shows where the barcode will be placed. So this is a template with the correct dimensions and everything that will work out of the box when you upload to Amazon KDP. Now, how to design the cover. You have all the design elements that you want here, but I'm going to show you that with inkrgo.ai, you actually have an AI book generator. So let's go to the designer here. And as you can see, we can design either an interior page or we can design a cover. So I'm going to switch to cover because I want to design a cover. And then I'm going to tell the AI what kind of design I want. So I'm going to say, so we're going to do like crossword puzzle book cover about crosswords are, I forgot what kind of theme we selected, but let's say campaign and nature. For example, if we created a real book, I'm gonna say it has 150 unique crossword puzzles with solutions. I'm gonna ask it to use like modern, bold fonts and bright colors. And then I'm just going to generate a design. As you can see, generating the design will cost like 3 credits. So I'm just gonna click on generate. It's gonna take some time for the cover to be generated, and we just have to wait. Again, when you are doing something like this, just wait for this one to finish so that you can actually do some work. All right, as you can see, the AI has generated like a cover, and you have the preview here. If you like it, you can just use this design, or you can go ahead and click on edit the prompt or retry another one. So I'm gonna use this design, and voila, it automatically created a cover for me that is pretty nice. And yeah, we don't need to do anything else. For example, here, in my case, this is like for the spine, right? But in my case, because I have only 24 pages, I don't have a larger spine. So this one doesn't make any sense, but I'm just gonna leave it here. And then as you can see, this one is something we can actually replace because it's just a placeholder, and we can replace it by one of the crossword designs. And the barcode area, we don't actually need it, so I'm just gonna remove it. But you can see that it created something nice already with escape into the great outdoors, blah, blah, blah. And then it also told what's inside the book. And this is the title for it, right? You can just basically also do something like this. You can still edit it because everything here is editable, so you can customize it however you like. Something like this. You can be creative because you can also have certain effects here. You can add drop shadow, you can add yeah, I will actually leave it the way it is. And then here, as I said, what we can do, I'm gonna remove this one and I will actually switch back to the interiors and get this puzzle here and go to this cover and then Control or Command V to paste it, right? And then I can just put it here. And that's how fast it is to create cover with inkrgo.ai. Obviously, the more details you give, the more the better you will get. So for example, I'm gonna do here and say something like this as well, right? And geometric modern design with gold accents. And now it will try and get a different variation of our cover. And you see now we have a different design. And if you can, if you'd like to see it, you can always add a page here and then use this design to see that this is a different variation, right? So if you like this one, you can actually use it. So just to have so this is different variation that we got from our AI. But again, yeah, you can always choose, give it different prompts and you get different kind of designs. I like this one better, so I'm gonna use this one. All right, now that we have our interior created and our cover has been also designed, now it's time to export to upload to Amazon KDP. So you switch back to the interior to download the interior, just click on the download button here, and then you choose Victor, that is best for print, and you can also choose the pages that you would like to export. In my case, I'm just going to export all the pages that I wanted or that I generated, and then click on export. This could take some time. So just be patient while it actually renders the pages. And once the pages have been done, you can just, I'm gonna just open it on, click on download here. And you actually have the PDF that you can use and upload to Amazon KDP. with all the puzzles that we just generated, including the solutions. And you can do something similar for the cover. So we just go to the cover tab and then also download and choose vector and choose the cover you like. I'm gonna export this one, so I'm just gonna click on export. Once that's done, you have the download. And as you can see, we have the cover that we can upload to Amazon KDP. That's how you can create crossword puzzle books and different activity books using inkrgo.ai. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.